Good afternoon. I expect this is our last sail and walk on our trip. We spent the last few days mostly at sea with about 2,000 Americans, some from offshore, further offshore, young and old, all colors, all conditions of thin, athletic to being very careful about how they move around, all religions. And a fair number of my personal conversations I found out are people are celebrating missed honeymoons or celebrations that they couldn't make because of schedule or savings or whatever. And then there are, of course, a large group, myself included probably, who are here celebrating Holly's birthday, but also just us getting away for physical and psychological repair. The spirit of the people on board among this contingent has been quite friendly, like it should be, and it should be otherwise than just on cruises. And one of the things that strikes me is how the ship is concerned about those who are disabled, and so we have people rejoicing, dancing together, and the tour director, the cruise director, seems quite open and active on this, and they've been raising funds for Make-A-Wish and so forth. So anyhow, it's a pleasant experience, and those who haven't cruised or have cruised may have differences and may endorse what I have to say. But it's something you should think about. Of course, Holly and I have worn masks a lot. Holly hardly ever takes hers off. So what's on my mind? A couple of fast notes about the FBI. I've never trusted the agency, and historically, when I became a young prosecutor, I had before me the fact that Hoover had been the head of the FBI, and there were all sorts of demonstrated and proven cases, in my opinion, of misconduct by Hoover. And then more recently, Lordy, we had Comey, who both mishandled the supposed allegations against Hillary Clinton, and then kind of clumsily handled the entire situation with Trump. And so what do we have now? And this is the real reason to talk about it. We have Kash Patel, who has been nominated by Trump. And if you were to check off what he's done on a resume, you'd say, well, it looks like he's done a lot. But we can't ignore the fact that he was chosen for Trump's retribution and not for enforcement of the law. In fact, he hopes to move everybody out of D.C., out of the FBI building, except 50 people. And this is at a time when we already had a lackluster DOJ under drag both feet Garland. And if we're going to get our house in order, as difficult it is with the FBI, this is the time to do it. So whatever skill Patel may have, he's announced is going to be used to decimate the FBI. And it's also no surprise he's never led an organization as large as 37,000 employees. And I don't think we can overlook that Barr, and I'm no fan of his, nor are many other people who paid any attention, the AG that Trump chose. And Barr was one of Trump's lapdogs. And as AG, he didn't want Patel at the FBI at all. And one of his things was he didn't want him there because he'd never been an agent. But what we have lots of reason to be concerned about is not only does he want to decimate the agency, that he would go after political opponents. And that's not the job of a prosecutor. In fact, there's a provision of the law called Vindictive prosecution, meaning that you're focusing on someone and chasing after them out of pure vindictiveness, and it's unconstitutional. If you think about what due process really means, it really means fairness. And so to go after someone just because you don't like what their views are is just not acceptable. What do I think we should do about Patel? It's really simple. Number one, the nominee should be stopped in his tracks. Kind of ironically, if the FBI did a fair background check on him, I think they'd come up that he was a bad choice. But there's talk, and I support it, that one way to get this the government going again is to protect ourselves from Trump. And Biden has the ability to do that. He could issue pardons to all of the Trump-Patel targets that they want to get at. So There's plenty more going on, but that's what I got today. And tomorrow I may be wandering the roads at our place, and I may give you something there, but I don't know our timetable. I know what I'd like it to be, but I'm not sure it'll work out that way. And I hope you've enjoyed these short visits I've been able to give you from the ship. And it'll be good to be back in harness, if you will, and at home, and with our animals and the projects and things that we have to do. So all the best. Talk to you. Bye-bye.